Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored match build-up show. We're having a boss time in here. We've just come off the back of filming the Reds News Roundup show, which is an absolute pearl this week. You can check that out on the website, theredmentv.com. Highly, highly recommend it. Talking about the 5 players that Liverpool are likely to try and sign this summer. How much of that will depend upon Sunday though, Chris? Middlesbrough. All or nothing.
No, Paul, don't talk to me about it. Don't say all or nothing.
Champions League or no Champions League. This is what it is. This is the world we live in. 3 points and we'll be playing at least Champions League qualification football next season. A draw makes it interesting. A defeat and we might be up shit creek. We've talked on the podcast this week about your fear. Did seeing Arsenal and Man City win in midweek make your fear better or worse?
Worse, Paul. Worse. It was only yesterday we were talking about it. It is 10 times worse than yesterday, and it's going to get 10 times worse tomorrow as well. I am so nervous about this game of football. How many times worse will it be by kick-off?
Who knows? Well, do the maths, Paul. It's 10 a day.
No, but that's a multiplication. That's, It's 10 times 10 times 10 times 10.
Still math. I mean, that doesn't change me.
Still fundamentally right, do the maths.
Okay, I'm saying what I'm trying to hint at is that I can't do the maths.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
So
that's
I'm asking the question. I'm not asking you to ask me to tell me to work it out. If I could work it out, I'd have fucking worked it out. I've asked the question.
Chris, what's the level? What level are we at now?
We're at... I don't know, because what did I start at? Because the start was pretty bad. I'd say maybe at 100 fear, and now it's
so 1,000 times 10 to 1,000. So 10 times 10 is you're 10,000, then you're 100,000.
I'm at purple Aki stage right now.
You're probably going to be,
and it's only going to get worse.
You're probably going to be at 1 million by the time.
Is that his fear of being caught?
No, that's my
arms,
that's
people's
my
fear of having their arms felt by him.
That's my fear of being on the rally with him in the bushes.
It sounds okay.
Looking at me. Wanting me.
Steve, how's your fear?
I'm fine, mate.
Yeah,
I'm all right, yeah. We're playing Middlesbrough at home, I'm all right.
Steve, feel us all.
No, I was terribly nervous. I was never nervous for West Ham until the kick-off. And then I realised, oh my God, I am pooing my pants. So maybe I'll be the same on Sunday when I sit down on the ground. But I just think, you know what? This is what seasons are. And we're not fighting for the prize I want us to be fighting for, but I want Liverpool to be going to the last game of the season, and it fucking means something. Because for too long, I'm sick of going to, well, the last time it meant something was like Gerrard's retired or whatever, Carragher's retired. That wasn't even the last game, Carragher's was. Yeah. And you play a meaningless half-friendly, and the kids come out at the end and walk around with the players, and it's like, oh, great, nice one. That's what footy's this. It's the last game of the season, and it means something. In the future, I hope it means a title, or I hope it means a Champions League final, or something. But for now, it's good pracky for us all, so that we don't all end up like Chris. But nervous, withering wrecks on Sunday. But it's like,
but this is because it means something. Steve.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what it needs to be. Yeah. It's good that you're nervous.
If we're to be a team that competes,
this is what you need.
We all need to learn how to be.
I'm totally fine with winning the league with 4 to go.
Oh
yeah, way, lads. Oh yeah. I'm not saying every season has to end on the last day.
And would you there?
There's a thing though, John. A lot of people talk about this because we put a tweet out about the greeting the coach, and I listened. I just want to put this out for the record. We 100% should be doing that, by the way. But some people say, like, oh no, it's like, because people seem to think of it's like a celebration thing. And we're doing the Redmen TV Live as well on Sunday after the match, and people seem to think of it as like a celebration thing. We've probably, because we've marketed it accidentally like that, Taz. But it's not about celebrating finishing 4th, but it's about, I think the people who are being minge bags about this thing either don't understand or have never experienced, if you may be fans of other clubs, the difference between another season in the Europa League and a season in the Champions League. And because I am so bored of the fucking Europa League, and we haven't even had it this year. You know, it's a fine competition when you're in it, because it is ultimately European footy, and I had a great time going to the final. It was a year ago today. We set off to go to the Europa League final. All bar the result, it was a great experience, but the Champions League, I don't want to go all modern footy in that, but it's so important for so many different reasons. If only because I want to see us play some better fucking teams in Europe.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is as well is, say whatever you will, like, you know, the thing, like, it's been a thing about the title race, hasn't it, because of what happened in January. But the thing is, if we finish and we finish fourth, we're still doing that. We're still going up, you know what I mean? And
not Nazi salute,
not Nazi
very
salute.
much on the side.
Horse dabbing.
Yeah,
also not dabbing.
we're not Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the most important thing. You know, we're on an upward trajectory in the club, and that's why we wanted them. Well, that's why when he came in as manager, we all got so excited. Yeah. You know, and it doesn't matter to some extent, like, how we get there. You know, it's not going to be, and, you know, it was the first thing he said in his first press conference, it's not going to be, I come in and you win the league at the end of the season. It's going to be a while, because we're going to have to do it a different way. We haven't got Chelsea's money, we haven't got City's money. So, you know, go and enjoy it, and, you know, obviously I want us to get in the Champions League and stuff, but go and be up for it. You know, it shouldn't be bad that we want to greet the coach and stuff. You know, we should be happy. You know, that's a sign of a successful team and an engaged fan base. So
I'm not even asked about it. Was some guy tweeted us and was like, it's celebrating fourth. It's not. Celebrating what you do after something.
It's motivating.
This is motivating. It's completely
Motivating,
different.
stroke intimidating.
Like, look, and there's people in this office, and me and Si had a conversation about it before, and we've all got different views on it. I would greet the coach I would greet the team every game. If I thought it meant it was just 0.5%, we're dominating that other team, or we play a little bit better for it, I would do anything to give Liverpool an advantage.
I agree. We need to get out of this mindset that some games are less important than other games. Now, I agree. Finals are the most important type. Games that will lead to silverware are the most important of the matches. But every single
games.
Exactly. But every football match, every time Liverpool play someone, it shouldn't be. It's football. It's just fucking snobbery. It's like, you know, like we the expectation and the hubris and all that comes with. Like we expecting to beat these. So why are you getting fired up? It's only you're only playing Hull on a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. Nah, every game should be an occasion. And the problem is, it just weird. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But I agree. I think that it's one of those things that if I thought we could guarantee that we all went at it, everyone who went, and it was a massive occasion, it became part of the match day routine, then amazing. Then yeah, absolutely. What would the problem with it, of course, is that if you don't commit to something, it's wanky. Imagine having 100 people turn up to greet.
But who then decides what game's an important game, what game's not an important game? Yeah. West Ham turned up at Tottenham the other Friday, and they went for it, and that was the best atmosphere they'd had all season. They turned up when we played them last weekend. It was shit. Were both games worth 3 points? Yeah, they were. And that's what it comes down to. When Liverpool play Burnley or whether Liverpool play Everton, you might in your head think that one's more important than the other. Ultimately, it all reflects the same way on the league table. Yeah, and that's what's important, getting those 3 points, regardless of who you're playing.
In some regards, we should be going more hell for leather, I think, against these type of teams, because these are the teams who are liable to be put off by it. You know what I mean? I think it's great, and I think it might add if you're talking about fractional percentage marginal gains against the top teams in Europe, then it only stands to reason that it would have a larger gain on teams who are, you know, less experienced at playing bigger games with hostile atmospheres.
That's it. And even from our players, like, you know, I know Si was talking before, and his view's different to mine, but mine is like, you go there, you scare the opposition team, but you buoy your team as well. Imagine every single week knowing that 4,000 people aren't just going to turn up for the footy, they're going to fucking line the streets and sing you in, because you mean that much to them. Don't tell me that doesn't give them a fucking edge every single week.
Yeah, I feel like you've thrown Si under the proverbial bus here a touch, but no. Yeah. But it's. As ever, it's never quite as simple as that. But I really wish it was, and it should be effectively. And that's what I mean. It should be something it's just about making it part of the routine, making it a thing. Because here's the thing, I actually don't know. I always think of Galatasaray when I think of things like this and the welcome to hell stuff. Now, I'll be honest, there's probably some Turkish fans watching who probably watch more of the Istanbul teams than I do, which is, you know, none. Whether that happens for every game, but you look at Turkish football, and I look at Brazilian footy, and I look at some of these things, and I think we could do with being a bit more mad and a bit less.
But we can't even stay for 90 minutes after people in Anfield.
No. I think we could do with being
a little 85 minutes and they're off.
No, we could do with being a little less cool sometimes, Steve. You know what I mean? And just and going for it, because that's the thing. I think where we fall into the trap sometimes is that there needs to be a core group that do it, they're guaranteed to be doing it every week, because no one wants to be the one. No one wants to walk all the way to the King Harry pub. No one wants to get to the ground 3 hours before kick-off, walk all the way to the King Harry pub, and it's not happening. And that's the fear with all these things, and that's why I think a lot of this stuff doesn't take off for Liverpool.
I mean, it's not for me, if I'm honest. It's not for me. I just go to the game and then go home. But I get people love it, and it does work, and it looked great. I've only ever been to one of them, the coach things, and when we lost. So I feel like a jinx, I'm not doing it. But I get your point, but at the end of the day, mate, big matches come when you're a good team. And I agree, every match should be a big, but it's not. Reality is, it's not. Swansea at home on a Saturday is not going to be the same as Everton on a Sunday. It just isn't. Yeah. Or Real Madrid on a Wednesday. That's just facts of life. If the players kind of, if you can flip reverse it, if you just want them great atmosphere, lads, get to the last game of the season, it means something. You know what I mean? There's a flip reverse.
But they have.
And they have. Yeah, I'm for this game, I'm fine. I get it. Yeah. Go for it. That's what I'm saying. But I do think sometimes you can focus on that too much, and that I'm more asked about what's on the pitch. I feel it could be silent. I don't care if Liverpool win. Yeah. It's like what does it help? Does it hinder? It does help. Having a good atmosphere, it does help. But ultimately, it's 11 lads kicking a ball. Yeah. So it's like the Middlesbrough game should if it works, if it's a marginal gain, then by all means do it. I think what you said the first time is a better thing for it. Maybe it does buoy us a bit, but I think Middlesbrough turn up going, fucking hell, we're already relegated. What are we walking into it? What do we need? And if you can get one past them, you could get 8 past them. Yeah. Because what's in it for them? What's in it for them holding backs to a wall for a 1-0 jobby? Why the arse? It's not like there's anything in it for them.
I agree, and John, I think this game's almost as simple as that. It's kind of the West Ham was kind of that.
Break the back.
Way. Exactly that. It's get a goal, get 2 goals, and this is easier said than done, because Borough are a good defensive side by and large. But we've got to break through that wall, and the second we do that, I agree with Steve. Look at West Ham. That could have been 7-0 quite easily, because they made the substitutions. We got the second goal, and it was completely game over by then.
It isn't. We've just got to go and be professional. Is the main thing. You know, it's for a lot of teams, and I think you've seen it a little bit with West Ham last week, and you know some of the teams in the league. They're already under all these. You know, they know they're not going nowhere in the league. Nothing's going to change really. Obviously, Borough are relegated. You know, nothing's going to change that for them, so they're already a bit gone. For us, this is still really important. It means a lot. But we've got to go out there and just do the business and do it in a way. You know, we can't go out there and think, you know, these are down. It'll come within the 90 minutes at some point. You know, we will score. We've got to go out there early. You know, and like we did against Arsenal at the start of the season, just go at them and just get it sorted within 20 minutes. And then I think that'll, in much the same way, you know, greeting the coach would buoy the team. I think that'll just relax the atmosphere at Anfield. If we're 2 or 3-0 up within 30 minutes, everyone kind of just gets started enjoying the fact that it's the last game of the season. The flip reverse is, if it's 70 at 0-0, our heads can't go. Yeah. So Arsenal against Sunderland was 72 minutes 0-0, and the team, the fans, well, there's no one there, so maybe it's a bit different, but the team just carried on playing their footy, and eventually a bit of class from Ozil on the through and the scoring a tap in. I hope the players like that. I hope they don't start chasing the game and doing like, you know, long balls up all the time and stuff like that. It might take the 80th minute, you might win 1-0.
Well, look at Batshuayi.
Exactly. You might get there, and if you just play your game and keep getting there, and hopefully it's working, and hopefully you drill them down.
I think West Ham was almost the perfect preparation for this, because like not necessarily Chris in terms of tactical approach. We may or may not stick with the same 11. We'll talk about that in a second. We may have a completely different approach, but it reminded the players that they have got the ability to, if they keep going and they back themselves, they can score goals and they can win games convincingly.
Yeah, I think you're right there. The one thing that I would like to see them take from the West Ham game is, I think at half time during the West Ham game, they just missed the AU chance, hadn't they? And I think the team turns around to each other and went, fuck, that was close. We can't let that happen again. And the second half, 4 or 5 chances within 2-3 minutes. That's how Liverpool need to start this game of football. And I think the West Ham game will help them to be able to do that. Yeah. They'll just go out there and they'll just, what you were saying before, Steve, they'll just go out there and break their will before 10 minutes of the game's gone.
Yeah, that's
what they've got to do.
That's the idea. But either way, I would like, again, it goes without saying, because I've been saying this for weeks now, that I would like to see us come out the blocks and fly out and get this done in the first half an hour, because that settles everyone down. And if you can get it done in half an hour, if you get 2 goals in the first half an hour, then how many goals do you want to score, lads? I agree. But what I think it's more important, kind of what John's saying, is that, and what would more likely happen, again, I hope it doesn't, but more likely happen is this, because what we did against West Ham in that first half was, yeah, we had a couple of sticky moments, but it was the professionalism with which we approached it. We kept moving the ball, we kept trying things, and, you know, again, we had a couple of decent chances in that game.
We had a lot of chances first half.
Exactly, and I think that, but we didn't go. Again, we did it without going hell for leather. It was just an improvement, and maybe that was to do with personnel and tactics or whatever, but I liked how there was no sense of panic from our team in that West Ham game, and I think that's the most important thing, is keeping the coolness that we've had in the last few weeks, but with that extra, like, we're cool and calm because we know we've got a knockout blow in the, you know,
that's where I don't think the West Ham game does really translate to the Middlesbrough game, because West Ham, there was just space everywhere, and I think the Liverpool players looked around and went, lad, we're going to score 4 here, regardless. Whereas I don't think Middlesbrough are going to set up and make it that easy for us. So the patience needs to come from not having your opportunities and then taking them when you do get them.
The other thing I would say about West Ham as well, and it's not something I've seen us do a lot, I think we did it against Hull earlier in the season, Watford earlier in the season, is that we smelled blood with Collins and just went, we can get after him. You know, we go after him. He can't handle us, and we kind of need to do that as well, I think. And you know, teams above us, you know, do that a lot. You know, they find whoever the weak link is in that team and they just go at them. And we know what Borough's weaknesses are going to be. You know what I mean? Go for them and just exploit that. You know, Coutinho did it against West Ham. He came in and just went, I'm better than all of you, and just ran the show. Do that again. You know what I mean?
I want them to have like little Janino flashbacks, all the Borough fans, and go, "Aww," and then he just scores loads of goals. Chris, you got some stats?
I'd rather not do them, if I'm perfectly honest, because I've already got the fear and they're already playing into that. But Middlesbrough have lost 5 of the last 6 top flight trips on the final day, last beating Everton in 2000. None of the players who started our last home game against Middlesbrough are still with the club. That's interesting. Liverpool have not lost at home to Middlesbrough in the league since 1976.
Cool.
That's all I'm going to read. There is one more. They're on the screen. You can see.
Okay, sound. Here's the thing. I get the fear, and I will feel. I don't. Not. Yeah.
Liverpool are much better than Middlesbrough, and we should batter them when something's on the line and they're relegated.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I beware of sting in the tail, because ultimately, I was chatting to someone about it this week. Like, Negredo's as a capable forward. They've got Rudy Gestede on the bench. I presume these guys are fit, by the way. I've not actually checked. But Rudy Gestede has caused us problems in the past. You know, we have issues with these guys. The kid on the right wing, whose name completely escapes me.
Is it Dama?
Traore has got pace to bear. He could cause us problems. Stuart Downing has scored the last day goal against us for Aston Villa back in the day. There's loads of these little things. So, you know, this is not going to be... Borough will not go, I don't think, 90 minutes without having an attempt on our goal. I don't think there will be a moment where we're not going, ee! But you'd like to think, again, fingers crossed, touch wood, just please no more injuries between now and then. And we've just got as many of the guys that we've got available for us to throw out there. And there is enough quality there. Hopefully this game fits into our mentality. Having Daniel Sturridge in form is a massive boost. This is, for me anyway, the absolute perfect game for Daniel Sturridge, because he's just going to be, we're just going to be tasking him with find a little bit of space, try to isolate someone, try to take a man on, try to get some shots on goal. And if you're banking on a guy to stick a ball in the back of the net, you want Daniel Sturridge in your team more than any other player that we own. Right now, I want Daniel Sturridge in the team for this game. Great.
100%. Just slightly off topic, have we talked anywhere on camera about what that little kid said at West Ham away as we walked past before the game?
Oh, no.
We need to mention that, come on.
So, as we were waiting outside West Ham, and some little kid went, "Oh, Sturridge is started, but it's okay, he'll probably get injured after 5 minutes ago.
Don't need to worry about him."
Fuck
you!
You're almost always right, but in this instance you were wrong. You small idiot.
6-year-old prick.
Yeah, so Just quickly then, would anyone make any changes to the team?
Is Firmino? I know he hasn't trained today.
Firmino
as we
being
record.
the only
If Firmino's fit, I'd just play him instead of Origi. Other than that, yeah, go again.
Same.
I'll leave mine for the start 11 prediction. Sure.
Excellent, well done, Chris. So yeah, let us know what team you should start. If Firmino's fit and available, does he come straight in, and is it as simple as him swapping out for Origi, or would you keep Firmino as an option off the bench if we do need something to change it up? That's where I would sit, actually, if I'm perfectly honest. I think Firmino, even if he comes
off
back...
the bench.
You're a big fan of, like, waiting until, like, the last minute to run.
Yeah, I am, absolutely. I'm a big fan of turning the screw. And I think that we've just seen that Sturridge and Origi's fine up front. There's obviously slight variations on what we may need to do in terms of a tactical approach, but if they're gonna sit deep and they're gonna try and defend blah 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 blah, I'd still rather, I think Firmino off the bench than Origi would still be a better option. And as I say, I think we've seen
the fact he hasn't trained as well probably makes you think he's probably he's not going to play. He might be good bench. You stick him on the bench even if you can get 10 out of him, because the 7th place on your bench has been like someone who's never going to get a game, you know what I mean? It's been like Ben's never going to play unless it's absolutely desperate, for example. Yeah. So even if you can get 10 minutes out of him and just say, listen, it's the last game of the season, we might, in case of an emergency, get on the bench, then you do it.
Completely. Okay, so one last plug, one final time, although we'll be doing it probably on the day. Redmen TV Live in Liverpool, Beer Keller, 7 o'clock, Sunday night. Tickets are available right now. If you're a subscriber to the website, you get a 50% discount code, and will be on the website. The link will be in the video info underneath. Come and join us. It's going to be us. Aubrey's going to be back. Everyone that you know and love from the Redmen TV universe is going to be in attendance. We're going to be doing some fun games and talking about Liverpool, and win, lose or draw. We're going to be reflecting on the season.
I really hope we win.
I really hope. The thing is, it'll be fine. It'll be loads better if we win, honestly. But it'll be fine no matter what. It's going to be a damn good laugh. So yeah, come and join us on Sunday in Liverpool. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Score predictions, stay hot.
5-0.
3-0.
1-0.
4-0. Fuck it.
5-0, City draw with Watford, 3rd, fuck the qualifier.
Yes, Steve! That'll do nicely. Okay, score predictions, comments below. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch Chris's starting 11 prediction show, you can. If you want to watch Jamie's final FIFA predictor of the season, click it there. It'll be
out tomorrow.
Yeah. Out tomorrow, sure. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Fingers, toes crossed, but we shouldn't need to. Come on, Liverpool. You can do this, hopefully. Oh, God, the fear. We'll see you post-match and live in Liverpool on Sunday. Ta-ra.